Well, good evening, Charleston County Democrats. Pastor Dixon here. Hoping that you all have had a wonderful day today, this Sunday, closing out last week and beginning a whole new week this week. And I wanted to just send out this video tonight to all of our members within the Charleston County Democratic Party, just to give you all an update on what's going on right now. First off, to say how much I appreciate each and every one of you all, no matter what area of contributions that you're doing to the Charleston County Democratic Party. It's everyone together that's going to make the work that we do a success. And I just want to reiterate something that I've always said, is that when we're successful as a county party, the people are successful. When we're successful as a state entity or our national Democratic Party, when we are successful, the people are successful. So without you, we can't do what we do. So thank you. And I want to start out with some thank yous, okay, tonight. To my executive council, to my first vice chair, second vice chair, third vice chair, our secretary, and our treasurer. I just want to thank each and every one of you. Tamara Curry, thank you for the amazing work that you've been doing, updating our Charleston County Democratic Party precinct plan, and also revising the bylaws, our bylaws. Tamara and Linda Carlson have been doing some amazing work with the on the precinct plan. We're almost ready to roll it out, okay? We hope to get this rollout done and the final documentation done before our November 20th Charleston County Democratic Party monthly meeting, okay? That's the target right now, okay? But I also want to shout out not only Tamara and Linda, but also Tamara's team with the bylaws, Sydney Van Bullock and also Ali Menegakis. Thank you all so much for the work the amazing work you're doing. Julie Hussey, our second vice chair. Thank you so much for all of the work that you're doing with our volunteers, getting our office open. For those who don't know, our office at 1379 Ashley River Road is open on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from noon until 2. Thanks to Julie, she's got 2 o'clock p.m. She's got it staffed up. And of course, those hours are going to increase as we get further along, not only just this year, but into 2026. So we need more volunteers to step up. Reach out to Julie if you want to get involved at the volunteer level. Julie at charlestondemocrats.com. Okay, but thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of the volunteers who are working to keep our office open and operational right now. Alrighty. And those that will volunteer moving forward. Thank you all so much. Our Charleston County Democratic Party treasurer, Sally Eisenberg, thank you so very much for the hard labor thank you for getting our quarterly ethics reports in on time, keeping me on point as far as our finances. I can't say how much I appreciate you. Right along with Friend Gray, our Charleston County Democratic Party secretary. Friend is also the chair of our West Ashley Dems, co-chair, of our West Ashley Dems. But the amazing, I don't even know what to say about Friend Gray. Thank you for your multifaceted advocacy and the many hats that you wear that really it keeps Charleston County Democratic Party moving and changing and evolving and growing. Thank you so very much. Now, I skipped over somebody, and I did it intentionally, and it's with deep regret that I have to do so, and that's Adrian Lett. Adrian Lett is our third vice chair with the Executive Council, but as I said, with deep regret, it looks like Adrian might be leaving us as far as that position. Work challenges and things of that sort. I'm not exactly 100% sure yet, and I've got my fingers crossed that she will continue to stay on with us. But the third vice chair is our Young Dems representative, representing the 18 to 39-year-olds. And also Adrian, with her gift, her talent, she's actually taken care of our communication since we were elected back in March. So that's the reason why I've left her until last. And the shout outs to the Executive Council members. But still in all, though, last in this case definitely doesn't mean least, because the work that Adrian has put in since we were elected in March has been so vital to the progress that we've had to this day, and her imprint will continue to be felt within the Charleston County Democratic Party for times to come. For times to come, no matter what her decision is as far as staying or having to leave. Okay, but thank you so much. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, friend. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Linda. All of the volunteers, Sydney, Allie, all of you all. You all are incredible, and I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you. Oh yeah, and a special thank you, okay, to some people that put in some work last month. All right, some unexpected things that came up. They just stepped in to fill in the gap. Brandy Matherly, our former office director with Charleston County Democratic Party, she stepped up, and as Adrian had a 1 month hiatus away from the party. Brandy stepped right into her shoes and filled in, and that's why you've been receiving the regular weekly newsletters, because of Brandy Matherly and her dedication to the success of the Charleston County Democratic Party. But also at our last meeting, William Poteet stepped up because we didn't have the audio system because of the comm situation set up for our live streaming and everything of our meeting. And William Poteet just, I don't even know what to say. He just volunteered, stepped up, got the job done in an extremely, an amazing manner, brought in a sound system so we had amplification also so everybody could hear. William, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To you and also to Brandy. You all are just amazing, filling in that gap where needed. And that's what we do. Really, that's part of what we do as Democrats, I think. And as a matter of fact, filling in that gap, moving forward, I just want to put it on the table. As we increase our fundraising, we will be looking to actually hire someone to manage our office operations, okay? I don't know how much we'll be able to pay. It might just be a small stipend, I don't know. But just out of a token of appreciation for somebody that will probably be able to take over the operation and manage things internally, which is so vital to what we have to do. I think it's only fair that we try to find a way to compensate that person in some kind of way. Again, probably not much because we don't have a lot of money. We really don't. I'm sorry to say it. I'm hoping that those donations and things will increase, especially with the way that the political climate has shifted from very bad to dangerous. Well, I guess it was dangerous before. I don't even know. But yeah, we will be in the future definitely having that conversation about how we can bring somebody in as an office manager, and how we can get them actually paid a small stipend. All right. So some of you all realize that we're in a municipal elections cycle. I hope you all realize that we're in a municipal election cycle and that you're doing everything that you can do in order to get the word out that people need to go vote, okay? If they're registered, you can check your registration at scvotes.gov or scvotes.org. You can check your registration there and make sure that you're registered. Have them do that. Make sure they're registered. Pull up the ballot. If your ballot shows up, if you answer those questions about where it says get me my ballot on scvotes.org, get me my ballot, you click on that, answer 5 little questions, tell them that you're not a robot, and if your ballot shows up, then that means you're supposed to be going to vote. You can tell your other people that. Please tell everybody that. You are supposed to be voting, and then encourage them, please go vote. If you go through those steps and you hit submit and no ballot shows up, that means in your particular district, you don't have an election as of right now. The particular municipalities where there are elections at right now are, here they are. It's a list of 16 within Charleston County. We got the city of Charleston, town of Mount Pleasant, Isle of Palms, Sullivan's Island, McClellanville, Alwyndaw, James Island, Folly Beach, Kiowa, Seabrook Island, Ravenel, Hollywood, Rockville, Meggett, Lincolnville, and Somerville. Those parts of Lincolnville and Somerville that sit in Charleston County. You have elections going on right now, and this Tuesday is the date of the general election. Early voting is over. This Tuesday is the final day, and we need to see, I'm just going to be honest, and we need to see a big push to the polls. We cannot be sitting. Is anybody worried about what's going on in the nation? Well, if you're not, if you're worried about what's going on in the nation, you should be terrified about the possibility of the wrong people getting in office at the local level and doing everything that you can to make sure that it's a shame that at the local level we have the worst voter turnout of all elections. That's a shame. And we have to turn that around. And I personally believe that we can turn that around and that you all want to help me turn that around. So let's make that happen, okay? Get out today, tonight, tomorrow. Call your folks up. Ask them, have they voted? Encourage them to go on Tuesday. Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in your precincts. Go out and vote, okay? Go out and vote. If you live in any one of those municipalities, or even if you just want to know, go to scvotes.org or scvotes.gov, same site. Click on check your ballot, or you can check your registration there. Same 5 questions, same question, are you a robot? And after hitting submit, if you're checking your registration will either show up showing you are, or it won't, showing you're not. Or go to check my ballot. And after those questions, when you hit submit, your ballot will either show up if you're supposed to be voting. It'll tell you where to vote and everything, where your precinct at and all of that. Who's on your ballot, it'll tell you that too. And if you're not supposed to be voting, nothing will show up. All right, please, let's get that done. Now, you might wonder about candidates. Now, those are 16 municipalities that I just named, and I'm not going to go through all of these candidates, but I do have my druthers in this, as they say, my druthers, all righty? In other words, if I have a choice, I'd rather have this choice, okay? But over in Mount Pleasant, Mayor Will Haney, okay? Mayor Will Haney. For town council members, my druthers, Catherine Whitaker, Mike Tinkey, Alexandra Crosby, Jenny Desart, and Gary Santos, okay? There are 4 seats open in Mount Pleasant, 4 seats. So and it's an at-large district. So I think everybody gets to vote for all 4 candidates, okay? Those 4, aside from the mayor, Mayor Will Haney, okay? Catherine Whitaker, Mike Tinkey, Alexandra Crosby, Jenny Desart, Gary Santos. And you might ask me why I would pick Haney over the other one. Do your own research. Do your own research. There's a specific reason why I opted for the current mayor, Will Haney, as far as that position. Okay, that's Mount Pleasant. City of Charleston. City of Charleston. The even number districts are up for election. I would say do your research on your particular district candidates, okay? Except for when we get to District 10, 10 and 12. District 10 and 12, we have 2 people identified running one in District 10 and one in District 12 who are pro-MAGA. They ride with the other side totally. And they are not the kind of people that are going to get on town council and represent everybody. That's just as plain as I can say. Just like those other candidates in Mount Pleasant that I did not answer, okay, did not address. But those where I have my druthers in Charleston County, it would be Stephen Bowden in District 10. And in District 12, we have 2 candidates that I would druther see, only one of which will be able to win the seat. So we have to make sure that we have an abundance of people going to the polls voting for either one of these 2, so that other one, that third one that don't need to get the seat, don't win that seat. So the other 2 that I would have my druthers with would be Leslie Scarden and Deanne Miller, okay? Either one of them, that's your choice. But the thing is, again, we need just that many people to get to the polls so that we overwhelmingly have people who think properly as far as of the people, by the people, and for the people, and not no party agendas and carrying on, that one of those 2 winds up in that seat. Town of Hollywood, There's 3 seats open, 3 seats open, and I'm going to mention the name of one, two, three, four candidates. Okay, your choice, your choice. I know the other day I excluded some people that I went back and I redid that because I didn't think that it was fair for me to leave it as such. And so in that race for the 3 seats in Hollywood, South Carolina, there's Dr. Benita Cornell. There's a write-in candidate. Her name is Regina Nelson. There's Regina Mitchell McCant. First name Yolanda. I think might be on the ballot. Regina Mitchell Mechanic. Okay. Then there's Dawn Nelson and Tamika Hayward White. Okay, let me name those again in Hollywood that I would have my druthers with, one of the others. Okay, Benita L. Cornell, Dr. Cornell, Dr. Benita L. Cornell, Regina Nelson, who is a write-in candidate, Regina Mitchell Mechanic, Dawn Watson, and Tamika Hayward White. Okay, that's Hollywood. And then I'm going to shift over to Ravenel. I think that there are quite a few candidates in the Ravenel race, and I'm not exactly sure about how many seats are available there. But I do know one thing. There's a young fella that's running for a town council seat in Ravenel by the name of Ashton Singleton. He please support that young brother, because he has an amazing understanding of the issues. He supports the value system that I know that I support. He and I work together. And please get Ravenel. If you live in Ravenel, please go vote. Please go vote. And make sure that if you're casting that vote, Mr. Singleton, all right? If I had my druthers. Okay, so that takes care of the election. Remember, again, the election is this Tuesday, November the 4th. Polls are open in your precincts from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I already named the 16 municipalities where there are elections at this Tuesday. On Wednesday, we need to please wake up. We need to wake up on Wednesday and know that those who do not mean our people, our communities well, that they did not win in this election. I'm tired of fighting these people. And the last place we need to be fighting them is at the local level as we prepare next year to move all of these, I was going to say the wrong word, these people out of place that are in place in South Carolina to flip this state and get people in office in South Carolina who really care about and will take care of the people. All righty. And in Congress, as a matter of fact. Speaking of Congress, all this confusion going on about the shutdown, about the government shutdown, and the way that the Republican Party is painting this as if the Democrats are holding everybody hostage or whatever. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. The reality is that the Republicans are the ones who are holding the nation hospital, playing a game of hunger, dealing with the SNAP benefits. What happened was the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, subsidies that were instituted during COVID 2020 were scheduled to end recently or soon. And the Republicans want those to end. Ultimately, in South Carolina, costing several hundred thousand people their health care. So that means if the subsidies go away, I'm just going to talk about South Carolina alone, several hundred thousand people will lose their health care, their ability to, if they get sick, to get health care, or at least affordable health care, okay? And the Democrats said, no, we're not going to let that happen at all. So we're not going to do anything until you agree to negotiate on extending the subsidies. We get the subsidies in place, we can talk. But until then, we're not going to let you just make people lose their health care, which is what the Republicans didn't have any problem doing. So the Republicans countered back, well, look here, how about this? Let's sign the current bill without the subsidies right now. And then after we get the government back open, then we'll talk about it. as if we're supposed to believe the Republicans what they say. They have proven that once that bill is signed, they're not going to talk about anything. That'll be a done deal. People will be dying because they don't have health care or anything. And our Democratic representatives and people in Congress, they know that they're lying. They're not going to go back to the table to negotiate to put these subsidies back in to save people's lives. They know that. So the Democrats there are holding out right now. They were hoping actually that before the Republicans let the SNAP program crash, that they would come to their senses and go ahead and sign the bill. That's all the Republicans have to do is sign this bill. That's all, making sure that everybody has their health care or continues to have health care, access to health care. But instead, Republicans double down on it. The Democrats are wrong. They're the ones doing this, when all they have to do is just sign the subsidies in right now. But the Republicans won't even bring them back into session. That little twerk, Mike Johnson, he won't even call them back into session in order to talk about it, because he says that we just let them starve because the Democrats are doing that. Democrats ain't doing it, folks. Democrats ain't doing it. And now here we are, as of yesterday, SNAP benefits for millions of people have run out, have more or less ended. Although there was a caveat on Friday at the last minute, two federal judges told Trump and them they couldn't withhold the contingency money that's there. I think there's $5 billion in contingency money that's supposedly held for emergency situations. This is an emergency situation. Trump and his administration said, we're not going to use that. And they're still fighting not to use it. But two federal judges said you have to use that money, even though that $5 billion is not enough to cover 1 month of SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits per month nationally is about $9 billion. But still in all, though, the judge ordered that they could release it, and the Republicans are fighting that now. Okay? So who the ones that's trying to starve somebody? We know who. We know who. But in the aftermath of all of that, okay, we're watching. Charleston County Democratic Party leadership, we're watching what's going on. And we're really considering, as we move forward, possibility of utilizing our office and our office volunteers to do either morning and breakfast feeding, hot feeding. I mean, we have a kitchen and everything right in the office right there, to open the office up for feeding the community, okay? For hot meal for breakfast or dinner or something like that. Possibly food drives, canned food drives or whatever. We're talking about it. We're watching what's going on right now and talking about how we can effectively and expeditiously meet the needs, the felt needs of our community in this lapse in the SNAP benefits. Because even though they were ordered to open it back to use this discretionary fund, this contingency fund, even though they were ordered to do that, before it actually will load onto EBT cards, once they start the loading process, it'll still take a few days before people who are accustomed to getting their funds on the first of the month, it'll still be a few days before they get it. And some people ran out of money on those cards a long time, $6 and some odd cents a day. Come on, somebody. While these mindless people out here are believing that SNAP benefits are getting $4,000 a month and $10,000 a month. What's wrong with them people? They just believe anything that those other folks tell them. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But we plan, that's part of the plan. And again, we're watching to see the tone of how this goes over the next day or two, okay, to see just what we're going to do. But once we decide to do it, the word will go out probably in another video like this to our amazing Charleston County Democrats that we will need help. We will need help. We will need financial donations. We will need canned good donations. We will need people to staff the office, to man the office, to help out with food distribution and all of these things, okay? We will need help if we're going to help the people. And that's one thing that's been missing, why the people have fallen off as far as they're helping us as Democrats to elect the other Democrats. A lot of the people I've known over the years have said the Democrats stopped helping us. Well, we're going to change that around. And I know you all are ready to help me do that, to help us do that. All righty. Along with that, we're looking at partnering up with my good friend Faden Santana up in the North area, and possibly doing a food drive to the Hispanic community, at least the Hispanic community up that way. It's a big, very large Hispanic community, but also expanding into the other areas of Charleston County. All right. These are thoughts that are on the table, and we're actually trying to formulate plans now. So when we hit the go button, we're ready to go. All righty. One last other thing I wanted to talk about, and it has to do with the confusion over some of the candidates out here and some of the people who stand with the Democratic Party and profess Democratic values, but they have no problem as far as supporting Republican candidates or actually interacting with Republican candidates. And they are doing so, many of them, because they don't realize what they're doing. They don't realize that these Republicans will use a Democratic face in a heartbeat, especially a black face. But they will use any face of a Democrat in a heartbeat in order to bolster up their face to the Democratic community, to make us think that they all right. They're not. I'm just going to put it up. They're not. If they supported Donald Trump, they're not. If they believe in the MAGA value system, the Republican value system that will not give people universal health care, pay people a decent wage, help pass legislation that'll get guns off the street, or any of those things, or promote quality public education for our children, they're not like us. So we don't need to be taking no pictures with them and carrying on, or supporting them publicly or carrying on. And in order to combat that situation, especially as we're going to be looking for candidates, people who want to run for office, and we're vetting people to run for office, we're looking at sometime soon starting up Charleston County Democratic Party candidate training, where we will cover all of the areas. Our democratic value system. We will talk to potential candidates about our value system. We will talk to them about understanding the opposition, the games that they play, and how to identify those things so we don't get caught in those traps, and that we stay the course supporting democratic value systems. The value system that actually is the only value system politically that says of the people, by the people, and for the people, that can actually has the people power, the voting block to actually win elections. I mean, there are others out here who definitely support our value systems, but they don't have, as a political entity, they just don't have the power to actually win elections. We as Democrats, we have that power. That's one of the reasons why I'm really happy to be serving in this capacity as chairman of the Charleston County Democrats. But we have that power, and all we have to do is exercise that power. And my friends, together, we will win. And when we win, the people of South Carolina will win, and ultimately the people in the United States will win. So this is the pastor, chair of the Charleston County Democrats. I thank you all for hearing me out for this last half hour. I really appreciate it. Share this. This is going to be on YouTube, okay? I'll have the YouTube link up here. So share the YouTube link or on your social media pages, please. Let people hear what we're talking about. And if you got any questions, of course, my cell number is available, 843-437-1949. You can call, text me. If you call and I don't answer right away, it's probably because I'm just a little occupied. If you'll text me, say you want to talk or leave a message, I'll get back to you. I'm approachable, okay? I'm approachable because the people need somebody that's approachable. Just like we need to make sure that our elected officials are approachable. Something else that we are working on in the Charleston County Democratic Party. So, take care. Have a wonderful evening. Have a great week. Get out and vote on Tuesday. Tell other people we must have voter turnout on Tuesday in the municipal elections. Y'all take care. It's the pastor. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.